Hi, everyone. Today, I'm returning to an artist it's been a long time since I first listened. That is Peter Gabriel. My first listening experience was Salisbury Hill, and you could find that listen here if you want. Now today, I'm going to be listening to In Your Eyes from the Secret World live performance, 1986. And I'm really looking forward to this. I have a note here that says, Gabriel's lyrics were inspired by an African tradition of ambiguity in song between romantic love and love of God. That's so interesting because I just recently did my kind of deep exploration of the Beatles' Harrison's song, Long, Long, Long. And in that whole exploration, I learned that while most people understand that as being more of a romantic towards a person song, what George really had in mind was as a song towards God. So it's so interesting because I just finished that one recently, and now here I am, and it turns out that's a rather African tradition, and Peter Gabriel has intentionally done something similar here. This is going to be fun. The song features Youssou N'Dour singing a part at the end of the song translated into his native Wolof. In 2005, the song gave Gabriel his first gold single certified in the US by the RIAA. So we even get some multilingual stuff going on. I'm looking forward to this. Let's listen. Ooh, I can already hear a bit of African influence. Few keyboard notes.
Accepting all I've done and said, I want to stand and stare again till there's nothing left out. Oh, it remains there in your eyes. Whatever comes and goes, I will hear your silent call, and I will touch this tender wall till I know I'm home again.
Oh, I like that. Nice transition between the two. Okay. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening, but I'm also watching, and this is something that's, you know, it's always a challenge. Should I watch a video clip, or should I simply listen to the audio? And of course, it depends on the piece. But I'm really glad to be watching the video clip here in this piece, and I'll tell you why. Because one of the things that I'm hearing, well, I said from the beginning, there's the African influence already in the percussion, the rhythms, and even the sound of it and everything. It is such a piece of, I guess I would say, it's a piece of music that is such a blend of styles. And sonically, we have the African style drumming. We have the Peter Gabriel's voice, which is so straight and so, I guess I would say, rock. Really not African. And then we have the synthesized instruments. We have that, what is it, electric violin or something, and we have all these instruments, and some of them are really, really Western, and others are really African, and yet they're fitting so well together. And the piece of music doesn't sound contrived or borrowed or like he's just trying to imitate some other style, traditional style. It sounds more like it's a blending, it's an embracing of all the different elements. And one of the things about African music is that movement is such a crucial part of it. And that is why I'm really glad to have the video clip here today, because for the African side of it, the movement, the dance element is so much a part of the music. And I'm sitting here watching, and I'm kind of amused. At the same time, I'm really enjoying it. I'm amused because, of course, everybody's involved in the movement, but it's so clear to see which of those have grown up with that kind of music, and that you see the movement so much more naturally. And then I watch Peter Gabriel, I'm like, yeah, he's moving, kind of. So there's that sort of amusing side of things, which I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. Please don't misunderstand. It's just part of the whole experience. And the blend of styles, the blend of musical worlds, basically, and appreciating the strengths of each one and what each one brings to the table, contributes to the music. And it's so colorful. There's such a variety and so much interest. As I'm listening, it would be hard to stop every time I notice something different, because there's something different almost all the time. But I'm fascinated by the way he's managed to balance all of these different elements and have it feel natural, even though it's really a mix. And I'm also, not to be constantly relating things to the Beatles, but I'm also aware that what Harrison and the Beatles did in bringing in other traditions, musical traditions from around the world into their music, really was a huge influence and paved the way for something like this to come so many years later. Even the violin bow sweeping up.
Of all the fruitless searches, your
this is a nice moment here as well, thinking about the intent of the song, the double meaning of the song, or we could even say triple meaning, because now here we went into this knowing that it was the ambiguity between romantic love and love of God. And now here, another great moment where the music is singing it, in your eyes, in your eyes. And it's a good example of when there's something repeated, in your eyes, we can start thinking, who is the your? What are the eyes? In your eyes. Why are we repeating this so many times? Is it merely to emphasize one single thing? Or is it to give room for different meanings that could flow from that? And they did a great job on stage, kind of signaling to everybody that they really ought to open their mind to the idea of, what do we mean by in your eyes? Because when they gestured to the entire audience, in your eyes, it was no longer love to God, nor was it romantic love. It was speaking to the entire audience, in your eyes, and the desire to connect to all of you. In other words, to humanity on a larger scale. Notice what they do here. It's a subtle thing. There, that moment. They did a great job signaling to everybody. Think about what we mean by in your eyes. Interesting instrumental. Oh, this is that electric one.
Love, I don't like to see so much pain. So
All the texture coming from the rhythmic texture coming.
moment keeps slipping away. I get so tired working so hard for
Texturally, instrumentally, what I'm hearing here is, it's funny. It's putting different images in my mind. All that little pizzicato. When I first started noticing it, I was tempted to say it's like a bunch of raindrops pattering on the ground. All this texture happening everywhere. But then as it went on, it started to feel more like, not so much raindrops, because it's not so much about the actual pattering on the ground. It's more like the expanse. And I start thinking of footsteps across a large expanse of land. I don't know why, really, except that that's just what the image that was triggered in my mind. Somehow, again, going to this idea of, this is about something very intimate, romantic love or love to God, but it's also about something very universally connecting. The idea that looking into the eyes of everyone around the world and the desire to connect, to see, to be linked to understand, to be complete. As it says, I see the light and the heat. I want to be that complete. I want to touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes. And I want to stand and stare again till there's nothing left. And oh, it remains there in your eyes. whatever comes and goes, it's in your eyes. Somehow the instrumental texture here is again saying, take this beyond just the one-on-one intimate relationships, whether it's romantic or religious. Take it beyond and expand it, extend it to the idea of the connection that every human being has to every other, and the ideal of appreciating and valuing everyone. I don't know exactly why, but somehow this instrumental texture here put that idea in my mind through the idea of footsteps across a vast expanse. Not marching in time, just everybody, different places. And so it's not about the dancing feet I see on the screen. It's different. It's like I'm thinking of deserts and mountains and fields and everybody moving around the world. Such an interesting thing that happened there with that. It's interesting also the way the music shifts from a more Western style of singing to a more African. Like here, I feel more of the African influence in the chorus. The way they sing, in your eyes. But it shifts, it's a subtle difference. See, this is more Western. I was going to say this is more African, but obviously it's even the language. Now we're back to just the percussion.
Jean-Claude!
Okay, piano again. The whole audience is getting involved. That took some time. Right. Did you notice how the audience was clapping? 1, 2, 3, 4. And everybody on stage is working to get them to go at half that pace. 1, 2. This is funny. Just from a musician's, perspective. This is funny. Watch. Listen to this. Okay, so he's all ready. He's already, right there, he's already signaling. Bum, 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 bum. There, his hand's there. 1. So he's telling them, that's your tempo. Okay, now here they come. But they're twice as fast. Bum, bum, bum. And everybody's like, okay, we gotta make this happen differently. So they're all gesturing. 1, 2. Okay, finally, we got them doing what we need them to do. And here we have again this chorus, this repetition. In your eyes, your, and then leaning on your, that's the long sustain. Who is the your? Who is the you? You get to choose in a way, but you don't get to exclude.
It's in your eyes.
That's interesting.
Grazie. Malachi. Papa Wimber.
I enjoyed that. I liked the way the idea was handled. I liked the way the music was handled. I liked the blend of the different traditions. I liked, as I said at the end, what this song means and who the you is that is in your eyes. It feels like it's saying, you get to choose the you. Who is the you for you? But in the choosing of the you for you, you also do not get to exclude anyone from that you. It's an interesting idea. You cannot say the you is not this. You can say the you is this for me, but you cannot say it's not this. And it's an interesting way of presenting that message, of communicating that message, and well, this whole idea of taking different musical traditions, different cultural traditions, and using them in different contexts. In this modern era, that can be kind of risky, kind of touchy. You know, there comes this whole discussion about cultural appropriation and all of that. But I didn't feel like this was disrespectful. I didn't feel like it was using simply I didn't feel like it was a sort of appropriating for my own ends. I felt like it was very respectfully done. And one of the beautiful things about music is that I think as musicians and music lovers, we understand how universal music is. And there are different traditions around the world. We could say different musical dialects, perhaps even, we might even go so far as to say musical languages. But there's this understanding that music is one single universal language. And so when composers are inspired and even borrow from, even make use of other musical traditions, I think that we should always keep in mind that music is for all. And we shouldn't be limiting. We shouldn't be saying it is not for you. It is for you, but not you. And that message here, conveyed through music, is a beautiful message of inclusion. And as I said, that portion of the song where it put this very distinct image, visual image in my mind of footsteps across a vast expanse of land, almost as if it was symbolic of the entire world and everybody in the world. There is this kind of message in this piece, even though it's not really focusing on that in the lyrics. Okay, we can find it there. But the lyrics are more about intimacy and connection, and the desire to be connected, and the feeling of completeness that comes with connection. And so we can extrapolate a lot from that. But I think the music helps us, helps direct us in that way as well. So a very interesting, enjoyable piece of music to explore. That was Peter Gabriel's In Your Eyes, my second Peter Gabriel piece in this whole journey. And certainly one that makes me think, yeah, I'll be returning to Peter Gabriel at some point in the future as well. I'll see you soon.